Need some questions for him. Anik, you got one? Thank you.
Costello, I know you represent Spain. I'm wondering, with Ilia Topuria winning the title, I'm wondering what was your reaction when he won the title?
My reaction when he won the title, that was great, man. It was huge. The funny thing was also because he comes like where I come from. He lives in Alicante. He comes from Alicante. I'm grown up as well in Alicante, in Altea, Spain, and I moved to the Netherlands where I was born to fight, to be professional in this fighting business. And yeah, then seeing him winning the titles, like, whoa, it's great, man.
Awesome. And one more for me. One Spanish legend is probably going to retire this year, Rafael Nadal in tennis. What memories do you have of him growing up, and what's your favorite part of his career? Because I know sports athletes inspire athletes.
Yeah, no, true. But to be honest, I've never really watched tennis, to be honest. I've just focused my whole life yeah, on the sports, on MMA. So I can't answer you that. Sorry.
Fair enough. And one more from me. I know this was announced as a middleweight number one contender bout. Fabian Edwards already won his contender bout, so he is next in line. How long are you
Mhm.
willing to wait if you win this fight, or would you take another fight to stay active?
Uh, if I'm injured free, I'd fight next week again.
Love it.
I live to fight, so yeah. If I have to fight next week, I'll fight next week. As long as I'm not injured, I can do it.
Love it. Thanks, man.
Patrick,
Hey Costello, so your brother fights over in KSW, and he recently suffered his first loss. What are some things you've told him to keep his head high?
Everything happens for a reason, and if you learn from your losses and come back stronger than ever. So learn what you did good and do it even better, and then learn what you did bad and make that better as well.
So this is a number one contenders fight at middleweight, just as we talked about here. What are your thoughts on the champion, Johnny Eblen?
Oh, Jenny Allen is a great fighter, good guy. Uh, hasn't got lots of mistakes, strong guy, but everybody's got a weak spot, and I believe I'm his weak spot. I believe I'm the weak spot of every middleweight fighter in the division.
So Babin is undefeated since 2013, even though he hasn't lost much at all recently. Are there things you've noticed in his game that you're going to be able to take advantage of?
Yes, definitely. I see myself a lot faster than Babane. I see myself stronger than Babane. I see myself smarter than Babane. And through the years, watching all his fights, I see through the years everything's gone a little bit dustier and dustier. With all respect, he's a little bit older, so it's normal. And yeah, he's not the fighter that he was like 10 years ago. Let's say that. But he is smarter. Yes, he's definitely smarter than 10 years ago. But I believe I'm smarter and I'm better in every way that I'll prove on Friday night.
So we know you can push the pace for like all 15 minutes of a fight. But Bane really only has early finishes in his career, at least recently. Do you think that you have an advantage the longer this fight goes?
I believe we're gonna have a great war because I'm going for the finish, and I believe Babane always goes for the finish. So it's either, yeah, we're gonna go down real bad in the first round.
Thank you.
Steve,
Hi, Costello. Good to speak to you today. Obviously, we talked about there about Gregory Babine. He is the hometown favorite. He's training out of Paris. The crowd are going to be behind him. What kind of reception are you expecting from the Paris crowd there?
Ah, being an underdog, that doesn't matter. I started my career being an underdog. Underdogs come on top. So this is what's gonna happen this time as well.
Obviously, you just touched on there about Fabian Edwards as well. He is the number one contender. You have a win over him. So perhaps if the title fight isn't able to be made soon, would you potentially have a rematch with Fabian Edwards? Is that something you would be up for?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I don't care who I fight. I'll fight anybody. If Bellator sends me the contract of any fighter, I'll accept. I'll fight if I do a crossover for PFL, I'll fight for PFL, I'll even fight for PFL. If I need to go up weight, yeah, I'll even go up weight. I don't care. I'll fight anybody. That's what I'm training for.
And obviously, one of the questions earlier touched on your Spanish roots. Do you have a message for your Filipino fans coming into this one?
My Filipino friends, man. Yeah, my mom's from the Philippines, man. I wanna, yeah. I don't know what to say, man.
That's all right. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time. Best of
All right.
luck.
Thank you.
Dylan,
What's going on, Costello? Thank you for the time, man. Your second fight in a row out there in France. Just wondering, how is fight week this time around treating you?
Treating me pain in the ass like always. We're on diet, we're on low calories, and we're drinking a lot of water. So could be better with a piece of pizza in my hand. But nah, not any worse than the other days. I think this is the best week so far that I had until now, but still pain in the ass.
I hear you. Well, being the fact that you fought there once, you kind of have a layout for the area, or you have an idea for the area. I'm assuming. Do you have any plans for after the fight? You know what you're up to?
After the fight, man, I'm gonna order pizza. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, after the fight, I'm gonna just enjoy the moment, enjoy a little bit of Paris, go back to my hometown, go back to Spain, meet my family, and just take it easy until I get the next call for a fight.
And last one from me. This is your first fight coming back after about a year out of the cage. What's the past year been like for you, and how ready do you feel for this fight? How was the camp?
The past year has been long, been really long. I mean, after the fight last year ago, I was already ready. A month after, I could fight again. I asked Bellator to fight again, but yeah, there were some reasons we didn't get to fight so soon. But yeah, I've kept on training. I've kept on improving. It doesn't mean because I haven't been fighting doesn't mean I haven't been training. That's wrong. I've been training my ass off every single day, week or month from the whole year.
Thank you.
Euro,
Hey, Costello, thank you for your time. Speaking of Spain and Ilya, I spoke to him before his last fight. When I asked him about Alicante, he told me how much pride he has representing Alicante. So my question to you is, when someone brings up Alicante to you, what are your initial thoughts?
It's my home. It's where I've been living for 20 years, where my childhood is. I've been walking the streets since I was small. So it's yeah, for me, it's very important. Alicante, and when they speak about Alicante, it's actually my real home because I got my friends, I got my family living there, and yeah, it's a paradise for me.
It's awesome to hear. And obviously, Johnny Eblen was just mentioned. I want to get your thoughts on that Eblen-Impa Kasanganay fight. If you watched it, what were your thoughts about it?
Well, that was a close fight. It was a really beautiful fight to watch. I think that was the most interesting fight from the night. One of the most interesting fights of that night. No, I think Eblen won that fight just by a little bit. It could have gone also the other way, but Johnny Eblen squeezed his win for that fight. It was a good fight to watch.
Awesome. And just a fun one from me to end it off. I saw on your social media you had a video of you wearing a Bournemouth kit. Are you a Bournemouth fan by any chance?
Bournemouth kit? Oh no, one of my friends, the football player, he got signed by a Bournemouth team, and he gave me that T-shirt as a present. So yeah, I represent my friends.
You're not a footy fan at all, though?
Sorry?
You're not a football fan at all?
I am a little bit. I got loads of friends that play football in a high level, so they made me be a fan for football, especially for Feyenoord in Rotterdam, Netherlands.
Awesome. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Fight Me Media.
So yeah, since you are the underdog of this fight, how are you mentally prepared?
Mentally
Thank you.
prepared. I'm ready to smash this guy on Friday. With all the respect in the world, I am better than ever, and I'm gonna do everything that's possible to beat this guy. So I'm not doubting myself at all.
Okay, and since you have like Philippine roots, are
Yeah.
you like motivated and from like persons like Manny Pacquiao, and have you tried to learn like his like boxing skills, etc.? Thank you.
Yes, definitely. His boxing is different than MMA, but his training wise, like the way he trains, the consistency for training. Yes, of course, that gives me a lot of motivation. Look what he's inspired the whole Philippines and everything, and a lot of more countries, but especially for the Philippines, he's like a walking god over there. So that's great. Nah, I'm a big fan of Manny Pacquiao.
Hoping that you are going to do the same thing in MMA. Respect and thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike.
Costello, after spending so much of your career with Bellator and having this huge opportunity in front of you, just maybe a fight or two away from the title fight, what would it mean to you to have that Bellator gold specifically wrapped around your waist?
Hey, it's a dream come true, and I'm in this business to make dreams come true. So I'm going all out for this. I really appreciate, I'm really thankful for this chance, for finally reaching one of my goals, and I'm not going to screw it up. No way.
There's a few fighters on this card who are going into enemy territory, and most of them are just brushing it off as no big deal. They don't feel the pressure. But to have that opportunity to go into your opponent's backyard, get a win over the crowd, what is that feeling like?
It's just another day at the office, you know? It's not the first time we're going to a backyard of an opponent. I think I've nearly fought all my opponents in their hometown. So yeah, it's gonna be a great feeling again after my hand raises up.
With the biggest opportunity, not only right here in front of you, but just like I said earlier, a fight or two away. Has it come full circle for you that all the work you've put into your career and everything that you're doing, that you're knocking on the doorstep of world champion status?
Yeah, definitely. This is the moment I jumped on the bus to Spain, to Holland, to move in with my godfather. The moment I stepped into the bus from Spain to Holland, I had one mission, that's to become professional and come so far as possible and get into big organizations. And thank God I went. I worked my ass off and I got in the best promotions ever, Bellator and PFL. Now here I am fighting for them, and now I'm fighting for a world title soon after I finish this opponent this Friday. So yeah, it's all about, as long as you believe it and you work hard for it, I believe you succeeded. I'm gonna prove it to myself. That's all true.
Last one for me. Do you see that world championship belt wrapped around your waist at the end of this year or in 2025?
This year. Yes, this year. I'm
Thank you
going
very
for that. Thank you.
Jay. All right, Jay, we'll come back to you. Andrew.
Hey Costello, how you doing?
Hello. I'm fine. Could be better with some food, but
Of course. Two questions for me. So my first question is, only three losses on your record, but they have gone the distance. What do you credit as to how you have not been finished at this point in your career?
Well, I think I've been doing good until now, until this point of my career. I haven't been finished. Most of my wins are finishes. Got some decision wins, and most of my all of my losses are decisions. And you can't say they beat me up badly. Could have also the fight against John Salter was I beat up him, but he beat me by wrestling, by hugging me to the floor. And yeah, so I'm actually proud. Could have been better, of course, because I got 3 losses, but yeah, gotta accept it.
Gotcha. And the last question is, the scar on your face, on I believe it's my left, your right. How did you get that scar?
I got stabbed in the face with a bottle. Nah, I got bit by a dog when I was little. I wish I could say something cool like that. Nah, I got bit in the face by a dog, by a big dog though.
No, you should have lied. You should have just said that. We would have known. That could have been like one of those things you could keep yourself to the grave, and then when you die, you're like, no.
Yeah. But then there are probably pictures from on the internet from when I was like a little boy with a scar on my face. Like, well, you got a bottle in the face when you was 5 or something.
Mean Streets of Amsterdam. Yeah.
Sorry?
Those Mean Streets of
yeah.
Of Amsterdam. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your fights.
Thank you.
Jay, are you with us?
Yep, sorry about that. Costello, just a quick one. When we talk about going to the title and the title shot, you've had a couple of steps up before and a couple of setbacks in Salter and Lima, and I'm just wondering if you've made any adjustments or any changes to your camp, to your preparation, be it mentally or in training, to just kind of get you to that next level.
Yes, definitely. For this camp, I've done it as professional as possible. I took it as a real professional person this time, like professional athlete, sorry. I got one of my trainers where I used to work with in Spain, where I started MMA with. I flew him over to Holland and I did my whole training camp with him next to me. I have the same trainer. I still train with Musasi team and MMA Vlaardingen. But now I got him. I flew him over to Holland, living with me in my house, so he can like study my opponents. We have to watch films, fights, all his fights. We need to have a professional or good game plan to fight this person. That was like really professional, like waking up on time, going to bed on time. And yeah, he was there to keep an eye on me.
Thanks very much.
All right, guys. Any last questions for Costello before we let him go? All right. Thank you so much for your
Yeah.
time today. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.